Hey, air signs. We're going to do your action, healing, and advice for this week or whenever you see it. It's a collective reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. All the info you need to know is listed down below. All right. Thank you. Welcome. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to say about your action. Root girl, the disowned self. So it's time to take action. If you feel like you've kind of lost yourself, lost all your passion, going through the motions, it's time to take some action on that. And we will get clarifiers here in a second. What about healing? Where they, ooh. Empty well tried to flip over. Repairing the veil, forgiveness. That's a really good card to get with healing. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is ourselves. I know I'm like that. Like I am easier to forgive other people than I am my own mistakes. And sometimes our mistakes aren't even mistakes. It's like what I should have done, should have said, the steps I could have taken. Forgiveness is needed, and it looks like that's going to be happening for you here soon. Let's see about the advice. I'm going to get 2 of these, and then we'll clarify. Me talks. Who was it that got that? Was that the fire signs? If you're dealing with a fire sign, you might want to see that reading as well. So that is repairing the mind, body, and spirit. That is bringing this girl back to life. See, she's coming out of the fire kind of like a phoenix. Let's get one more with that for the advice. And then we'll clarify. Oh, and also for the fire signs, they had in a row 2 numbers, and you have 45 and 46. I think theirs were 22 and 23, or 23 and 24. All right, advice is justice and commitment. That's interesting. So there might be commitment to moving forward and getting your own justice, or justice will be brought due to this action. So let's see what we got here. What is the root girl? What is that here for in the action category? We've got creativity, celebration. That's a 3. The rebel, sharing. This is really strange energy. Courage and the outsider. Okay. So, and this is a select message for a couple of you. A few of you might need to repair or reach out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. That is not going to be everyone, but there's this rebelliousness against moving out of this energy. And I feel like it might be tied to that friend. Like, I'm not going to be the one to take the first step. I'm not going to be the one to apologize. Something like that. I think everything just needs to be out in the open. Courage is here as well with sharing and creativity. So it could be a creative approach to your feelings. You could be using creativity in your job, or working that into healing and forgiveness of yourself. Let's see what needs to be shared. And this celebration card. Because for some of you, you might feel like you're out on the outside looking in because a commitment ended. Someone that you really cared about. And you're rebelling against kind of this rebirth that Spirit is trying to bring you into. Which letting go is the hardest thing. All right, so we have a curtain. What is hidden is now revealed, exposing the truth and new revelations. And the mask, denial, disloyalty, falsehoods, or illusions. So someone is going to actually speak their truth. And that is the advice from Spirit. Now, there's a hesitation. See that rebel energy I was talking about? It's fighting the current. So they're saying go with the flow. You know, don't be the salmon fighting the current always. It is what it appears to be. So if that was what was keeping you kind of stuck, is you didn't really know the full truth, listen to your intuition. It is what it appears to be. And the telephone, reaching out, and communication. Some of you will be getting that communication. Others of you will be taking that action. Let's see. Action. What does the tarot have to say about this? The Knight of Wands. Everybody's been getting that. And that goes really well with this root girl. So the Knight of Wands, this girl, is finding her fire again, right? She can create her own fire. She created it on her drum, put it on her little finger. She's making her own fire. And they're saying, like, it's time for this rebirth to happen. You've been kind of in the wings for a while. Judgment. Yeah. That one was kind of on the bottom, but I went ahead and took it anyway. Whoa, that's way too many. This could be about a missed opportunity. The Four of Cups did show itself there. There's the Ten of Cups. So it's time to really focus on your own happiness and let go of whatever is not keeping you happy. And that might take a lot of action. Seven of Pentacles, some work, planting your seeds. The Seven of Pentacles here almost feels like a conversation. That's interesting. They want me to get this deck. Hold on. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Perhaps that was the waiting energy. You've been waiting too long, maybe 7 months, 7 years, 7 weeks, something like that. All right. So we've got the match. Burning bridges, adding fuel to the fire, self-made tower moment, self-reflection, mirrored energy, analysis, deeper look, and a logical thought, and the colleague. So maybe some changes at work are needed as well. But I feel the colleague is just the working card, right? So work towards taking a deeper look, self-reflection, and if you have to light that match, light it. You know, it's okay to have a self-made tower moment, and sometimes that's even better than, you know, the ones that come as a shock and a surprise. Let's see if we can get something on this tower. What is this tower or this match? And it could have been, you know, since we're talking about making amends with a friend or a past person, that tower could have already happened and that bridge could have been burned, and there's, you know, a message to kind of come back together and at least heal the situation and forgive it. Have some forgiveness here. We got Temperance, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So that's finding the independence again. Four of Wands is typically, you know, a soulmate twin flame card, but it's also our home and our foundations. So it's really like, it feels almost like you got wiped out to the foundation. Things did not go as expected. You were waiting on divine timing. You've been very, very patient in this area. And now they're saying, okay, it's time. New opportunities, new things. Get out of your little shell. So what about forgiveness? And that breaks down to a 9. So that means that it's like coming to an end here. We're going to forgive and heal the source. So go within, ask your guides for help, ask them for specific signs and give them, you know, 3 to 5 days. You will be shocked. I've had signs show up on license plates before that were actual words that should have never been on a license plate. So you never know. And once they figure out how to communicate with you, they'll keep doing it in that area. So we've got exhaustion. We've got schizophrenia, which is similar to like the Two of Swords, maturity, abundance, and the source. So in this time frame, it's given you a lot of enlightenment, a lot of time to grow as a person. They're wanting you to kind of set down all of the things that are driving you crazy, keeping you up at night, the voices in your head that telling you you're not good enough or that you are the reason this ended, all of that stuff, because there's abundance here. There's abundance that's trying to come in that is probably already existent but might be overshadowed by this period of mourning or healing that we're going through here. What else to add to healing? Tug of war. Can't let go, struggle for control. Letting go and surrendering is the hardest part, especially we have the dog here, undying loyalty. If you feel this undying loyalty to someone and this love, you know, it's ridiculously hard to let that go. Someone used their defense mechanisms here and either said some things that they didn't mean. And if they said that to you, just know they spoke that in a moment of anger. That might not have been how they truly felt. It probably wasn't, because they're thirsty for change, drowning in emotion here, back and forth energy. It's almost like as soon as you almost forgive yourself and walk away, something pulls you back in. And they're saying the offense, the ball is in your court. It's time to kind of take action on this healing. What can we add to this healing? There's the Two of Swords. So you got that twice because it feels like you don't have a way out, or that you're stuck and you can't see the way out or see the way to heal or forgive, however it resonates, because there's a lot of love here. The Queen of Cups. it might have changed your whole perspective on love. Oh, Two of Wands tried to flip out too, especially if someone chose a different path that you were not on. So there could be some like self-worth, abandonment issues that need to be addressed here. There's 2 twos, so 3 twos. So this is divine. This is divinely guided, fated, meant to be. Why the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands? What can't they see? Page of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. So someone can't see a way to move forward and put this burden down. But in that healing, once that's done, because 10s are completion, so it's at the end and ready to move forward, there's this new inspiration here. She's throwing this wand out, and it's like creating its own little life cycle, is what I'm hearing. Well, that's awesome. Okay, let's move over to advice. The me talks, justice, and commitment. Whoa. Putting all those back in except this one. Oh, 2 10s, guys. I'm telling you, yeah. There's some major changes coming here. Suppression and rebirth. There might be even some resistance to this rebirth because it might seem scary, or, you know, sometimes if we don't understand why we still have energy in our, you know, realm, it's even harder to let go, and we just keep suppressing it thinking it's going to come back around. But they're saying, no, it's going to be completely transformed. But there's some other things in the way here. Oh, we've got the Lovers. We've got mind, projections, guidance, and tuning in. Okay. Tuning in goes well with me talks, and I think all the other signs got this as well. See, she's going within and not listening to those voices that are trying to cause self-doubt or, you know, not bring in her justice here. So there's the divine guidance. That matches really well with that card. But the mind is still in the way, and the projections are still in the way. Other people's actions, don't let those be projected onto your self-worth. Almost all the time, unless you're totally toxic and crazy, they're pulling out past wounds that they are projecting into this relationship. So don't let them do that on you. And with the Lovers here, it's like there's going to be justice and commitment and love. And it's time for that. So you deserve something that's balanced, fair, somebody that's all in, that shows up for you, that doesn't breadcrumb. It needs to be 50-50. See, there's the ant carrying a heavy weight with the soulmate. So it could be letting the soulmate go, or the soulmate's trying to come in, or that's how they're feeling. They are still carrying this weight too, and the universe is trying to bring in justice to this connection and commitment. Make a wish, tightrope, need for balance, walking a fine line, hesitancy to pick a side, higher perspective and release. So it's really going through it, and maybe you felt like at one point that was your wish fulfillment, and that now you've kind of lost hope that that will be coming back to you. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve it, or being an air sign, it's hard to have both sometimes, to have a concept of love that's not logical, or when it doesn't go logically, we struggle with that, right? So why the justice here? So they've been showing someone signs and synchronicities. There's the at odds, sunken hopes. Like, is it going to come back around? It's never going to be me. But they're saying, no, commitment is here with the rock. As soon as you ground your energy and release everything that's not serving you, could be the same person, it could be a totally different person, but they're bringing in a beautiful soulmate. And I hear that your soul's going to be like rejuvenated. See, look at this. Change in direction, off course. So it's changing all of this around, bringing justice in rapidly. Let's get some tarot for this. That's awesome, guys. Release is going to be a big deal, and getting out of your own way will be a big deal. And I struggle with that too. And oh my goodness, this is almost the exact same combo as, I think, the water signs. But here it is, like, there's that Two of Pentacles, back and forth energy, the need to balance. And she's trying. See, she's got it almost halfway there. Like, I'm almost there. If I could just get this one question answered, it would wrap it back around. But the problem is it's a Six of Cups. It's nostalgia from the past, but it's also a deep soulmate. And things are hidden, and there's a lot of fear here. But with the King of Swords, it's like a moment of truth and clarity and justice. The King of Swords is all about justice. It's kind of the minor arcana, Archangel Michael, you know, coming to do his thing. And if you've never cut cords with Archangel Michael before, look it up, Google it, research it a little bit. I did it, and I did it before I really researched it, and man, it was almost like that scene out of the Labyrinth when all the goblins are in the closet saying, is she going to say it? Is she going to say it? Literally, all my guides and him, it was like they were standing around just waiting with bated breath for me to say those words. And it works quickly. So, and I just got spirit chills whenever I said that. And see, further research is needed. So some of you might need to look into that. And then we've got karma, karmic situations or patterns. So I think that karma is going to come back around, and your good karma is going to show face. But it's really important to kind of stay out of your own way and get out of your head and kind of heal this. Whatever this is, heal that, and everything else will come in. Justice, you'll feel healed. Commitment. It's looking good, air signs. All right. Well, I hope this resonated and was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, stick around, and I'll be back soon. Love and light. Take care.